I'm Dr. Sutar from Sanjeevani College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. Friends, as per the previous video, I'm coming here with this new video, that is virtual practical lab on chromatography. Friend, there is a question in your mind. What do you mean by chromatography? Answer is there, that is a color writing. Again question, how color writing is possible? Yes, the answer is there that I give you in this one video. That is a chromatography. Chromato means color and graphy means writing. When anyone asks you just to separate the chemical component which are to be present in tea powder, what that your tea contain? That is your nicotine, okay, caffeine. Nicotine contain? No, caffeine is there, then somewhat active chemical components are there, that is to be present. Theobromine is there, theophylline is there, okay, sugar is there, proteins are there. Just you are going to add milk, so that proteins are there that will be present. If so, to separate this one chemical component from which other, that is known as a chromatography. So this is the one diagram is there by which you can separate this one. Okay, so friends, just there's a task is there for you. Just you have to imagine someone gives you red color and someone gives you blue color. Both are there that are mixed up with each other, and the purple color is there is to be developed. So someone asks you just to separate this one uh, from this one color. Both red color as well as the blue color there is separated. How you have to separate this one? How, whether it is possible to separate this one? Your question's answer is there is no. But when you have to go through this one video, definitely your answer is yes. To watch such type of the video again, and the fantastic video, friends, if you are new one on this one YouTube channel, just subscribe this one YouTube channel and give likes to this one video. So new interesting videos, what are the YouTube channels are there which are to be present and which are to be coming in future, that you have watched, what are the alert is there, you get an alert for this one. Okay, so let's start. Have you subscribed this one? Yes. Okay, so let's start. First one is there, that's the preparation of slide for chromatography. For each and every one experiment, there are the somewhat instruments or the material is there should be required where to gather this one also. So for this one experiment, we required one beaker is there, then second one slide is required. Slide is there, just your microscopical examination slide which is present in your dissection box also, or the microscopical examination which have to be utilized for various practicals. Okay, then glass rod is required, then silica gel G for TLC. There are the two type of the silica gels are there, one is for TLC, one is for the chromatography. So such type of the silica gels are there that you have to be utilized, but for this one experiment you have to utilize silica gel G for TLC, then one beaker uh, which is required to collect the required material or to collect the drain material. Okay, all this one is there is sufficient. So friends, just take a beaker. In that one beaker, you are going to take some quantity of your silica gel powder. Either just find this particle powder. Either you have to collect this one. To that one, you have to add methanol. Then there is a question in your mind: how much quantity of the methanol is there is added? Just sufficient quantity of the methanol is there is to be required just to dissolve that one, just to prepare a suspension. Then there is a question in your mind: what is the viscosity of the suspension is there? The answer is there. Once you have to add methanol, stir this one by utilizing a glass rod. Okay, after stirring, just you have to take immerse and glass rod into that one. Just remove that one glass rod from the beaker. To that one glass rod, one drop is there you have to find, and then drop is there is to be drained into the beaker. Likewise, again see that one, just you have to dip the glass rod, just remove that one glass rod. Some amount of the suspension is there is to be stick to that one your glass rod, and then the when you have to allow in a hanging position, the liquid is drained into that one, like this. Till the such type of the solution is there should be obtained, such type of the viscosity is there should be obtained, either you have to add powder or you have to add methanol. If the viscosity is too much, you have to add methanol. If viscosity is too less, very thin viscosity there, then you have to add silica powder. Okay. After that one, you have to take a beaker, a large beaker that you have to take. Then on that one beaker, you have to hold your slide. Slide must be hold in such a way that the one end is there is towards you, which is in the somewhat above position, and another one is there is in a beaker, which is somewhat downward position and a slanting position. So in this way, you have to hold that slide. Then you have to take a beaker of the suspension, then drain, pour that one mixture in this way. Just you have to watch that solution is spread all over the slide. Just you have to observe that one drop how that one is spread. In this way, that comes to this one and it's drain one. Again, see, when you have to pour this one, that is to be drained to this one, and it's come to this one. In both the in this way, the solution is there, it should be spread all over the slide. This is the important one, the slide preparation is there. Because this is the heart is there of the chromatography. Because for the foundation of the house, base is the one important is there, just like that's one. The preparation of the slide is also another the important for the chromatography. So spread this one slide, solution on a slide, just like that one slide is prepared. Okay. After that one, you have to dry this one particular slide. After drying, uh, you have to place this one slide, and when you have to be utilize heat that one particular slide at 110 degrees centigrade for 5 to 5 minutes, that is sufficient. After that one, you have to remove this one. This is the preparation of the slide is there. Now start with the experiment by utilizing this one slide. Okay. So in this case, thin layer chromatography, it is also known as the ascending paper chromatography, because the mobile phase is there, is to be run on this one particular slide. There are the two phases are there. One is a mobile phase is there, and another one is a stationary phase is there. Stationary phase is nothing but your solid slide, which we have to be prepared previously. That is nothing but your stationary phase is there, and the mobile phase is nothing but your solvent, which have to be utilized for the isolation purpose. Okay. So for that, you have to take a beaker with a lid. A cover must be there on the beaker. To that one, you have to add the liquid component, that is a mobile phase is there. In this one, there are the two components are there. One is a mobile phase, one is a polar phase is there, and another one is a non-polar phase is there, such as your polar phase, that includes your ethanol, methanol is there, and non-polar phase, it includes your benzene, then petroleum ether is there. Just like that one, the non-polar phase components are there. Meanwhile, you have to utilize the ethyl acetate is there, solvent ether is there, diethyl ether is there, various type of the components are there, chloroform is there. But as per the requirement, which type of the component you want to isolate or you want to separate, the selection of the solvent must be there. So initially you have to remember that here there is a one polar phase and another one is a non-polar phase is there, and this is your mobile phase is there. In that one, you have to add a paper, piece of the filter paper, because of the saturation. Saturation of the chamber is the an important one. To get an accurate result, it is important one. uh, where in your beaker the air is present, so that air, it causes the entrapment and it causes the difficulty in running that solvent, so that saturation is there is required. So to have a faster saturation, you have to add Whitman filter paper uh, uh, in the beaker and close the lid, because of which the solvent is run over the filter paper. Okay. Because of which, what is the air in front of that one filter paper is get saturated with the solvent, which is to be run on the filter paper. Keep it aside for the few minutes. If the beaker size is there is somewhat up to the 500 ml or to 1 liter, the saturation time is there about 5 to 10 minutes. If the TLC chamber, if you have to utilize, then the saturation time is there is about 20 to 30 minutes is there. Keep it aside for few minutes. After that one, you have to take your prepared TLC plate. Okay, then on that one you have to mark the by utilizing pencil, not whole slide, only the edges. On the edge you have to mark. Okay, so on both the side of the slide you have to mark on the edges only, not the complete one. So the height of the slide is such a way that what is the height which is to be present in the beaker of the mobile face. Height of the mobile face is there, either you have to keep it same or somewhat more. If the height of the mobile face in the beaker is about 5 millimeter or zero point 0.5 centimeter, then if you have to keep the height on a slide either zero point 0.8 or zero point 0.8 centimeter or 8 millimeter or 1 centimeter, likewise that. Okay, after that one you have to apply the extract spot of the extract. You have to prepare the concentration 1:1, that is 1 milligram of your extract, dissolve it 1 ml of the methanol solution. Dissolve that one, filter that one, and then you have to apply by utilizing a dropper or a capillary or prepared capillary. Means what is the end of the capillary is there, that is to be heated, and the capillary is stretched on opposite direction, because of which a fine thread like structure is there should be obtained. Cut that one. By utilizing that one you have to apply spot. You have to apply the spot of the both uh, two spots you can apply at a time. Either of the one is a sample and another one standard, or both of the sample. In this way, then dry that one slide after application. Then you have to take your saturated beaker, where the mobile phase is there should be saturated, that is your initial beaker. Okay, then to that one you have to place your slide where the spot is there should be applied. Keep lid over that one. Okay, once you have to this one, once you have to place your slide in this one beaker, and close this one lid, the solvent tries to run in the upward direction. Just check the brown line which is to be moved in the upward direction. Have you checked? Yes. This is your mobile page which is to be run. This is your mobile page which is to be run on a stationary page. The slide is nothing but your stationary page. On this one slide, the mobile page is run. But mobile page not only run, it causes the dissolution of the active chemical components which is to be applied on the plate. We have applied the two spots. In that one some of the chemical components are there that are to be present. In case of your mobile phase, the two phases is there, one is a polar and one is a non-polar phase, both are there that are to be rises. So both the chemical component get dissolved into that one. Okay, and then that are to be rise. Just you have to check the two spots how they are component get dissolved and how they run, just like that one. Yes, some of the component that is to be left behind, some of the component which get dissolved that run. Here also you have to check this one. Okay, I shown here separately, but actually this is the simultaneous process there. Means mobile page is run, along with that one the dissolved components are there, that is also run. But to understand you, I show you separately. Okay, then once this you have to run this one slide up to the 80% height. What is the total height of the slide is there, out of which 80% you can run. If the total height of the slide is there is about 10 centimeter, then you have to run up to the 8 centimeter. If total height is there is 5 centimeter, then you have to run up to the 4.5 centimeter. Likewise. Okay, now 1 centimeter. Remove this one slide from the beaker, then dry this one slide. On this one side you have to be observe the spots, just like this one. If you are not unable to observe the spot, then you have to spray the spraying region. Which type of the spraying regions are there, that I show you. There are the three different methods. Either you have to see this one slide under the UV light, second one either by naked eyes, or by third iodine chamber, and third one fourth one either by utilizing a spraying region. These are the four ways are there by which you can observe the spot. Once you have to observe the spot, you have to measure the distance of the solvent which is run, that is known as a Y, that is known as a solvent front. Second one is there that is distance of the solute is there, that is known as a x. Then we have to, from this one we have to calculate the RF value, that is retention factor is there should be calculated. uh, that is the distance traveled by solute, that is a x, that is to be divided by distance traveled by solvent of y is there. Likewise, RF value of that one particular component is there is calculated. N number of the components are there, n number of the uh, RF value you get for each and individual component, you get the RF value. In short, also I am going to explain this one by a single slide. Here you are getting the two colors. I ask you the question at the initial level, the answer is there is this one. Suppose we are getting the methanol, we are getting the blue color which is we dissolve in the methanol. Blue color is dissolved in methanol. So methanol is a one mobile phase. Second one is their red color which is we dissolve in a water. Means the two are there. One is organic, one is a inorganic. One is a polar and one is a somewhat non-polar one. Okay. When both are there, that are to be mixed up, which is the other violet color is there is to be obtained. Okay, so we have to take this one chamber to that one. We have to take this one mobile phase, that is a methanol and the water at a particular concentration. We have to take this one. Okay, run this one TLC plate in this one. Okay, we have to apply this one spot of the violet color on this one particular TLC plate when we have to be run this one TLC plate. Initially, by utilizing a particular topper, we have to apply a spot, and then we have to dry this one slide, and then we have to run in a TLC chamber. This slide is nothing but your stationary phase, and here the mobile phase is nothing but your solvent which are to be run on this one slide. Once the solvents are there that are to be run over this one slide, it causes the dissolution of the chemical component. Those components who dissolve first, they get separated first. Those components who get dissolved second, they get separated second time. Those components who are not get dissolved, they remain on the applied spot. Here we see that one, which component get first. Yes, this is the component is there that get blue color component that get dissolved first, because methanol is there, it dissolve first, so that blue color is getting separated first. Later on the red color get separated, which is dissolved in a water, and in this way the separation is there is achieved. You understand? In this way the mixtures are there that are separated from each other. Okay, so friends, I hope you understand this one. Friends, if you are new on this one YouTube channel, request you to give likes to my video and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.